Morning, friends. How are we doing today? That's fair. Well, I am stopping for some coffee before I go into work. And just remember at some point today to get up, to stretch a little bit, to drink some water, take your meds. That applies to you. Eat something if you can. And I hope that you remember that you are loved, you matter. I'm so glad you're here with me. And I hope that you have an awesome day. And you're probably wondering about why I bought a brick. It's very fun to go into Lowe's wearing, a shirt and tie and buying something random as one single brick. I'll explain the brick later. Home again, jiggity jig. We're having some green tea this afternoon. This one's for you. Work went pretty well. Just a little more tired than normal this week, but it's not really a serious thing. Anyway, did I say we're having green tea? We're having green tea. Cheers. Anyway, so about the brick. So as I've mentioned in my diagnosis video, I'm autistic, I have ADHD, I have lupus, IBS, Hashimoto's, arthritis, and other random things, and depression and whatnot. And there are days where it can be very frustrating because of my limitations as far as what I have to support myself. There are not as many support programs for people in my income level, let's put it that way. If I had a lot of money, there's all these really cool retreats out there that are thousands of dollars that are so great. There are so many cool super diets and supplements out there that are super expensive that I can't afford. There are things like PEPs and special education teachers and things like that, but once you're an adult, there is none of that. There is no PEP really for an adult unless your disability is glaring. But for someone who's high functioning autistic like myself, there is no PEP I can walk into a new employer and say, these are the accommodations, you need to follow. And oftentimes it feels like you're just on your own. And if you don't have the financial resources, you can't just buy the things you need or afford to go away for a month in a nice climate, or whatever. And anyway, so I got off topic there a little bit, but I'll bring it together. So anyway, so the brick. As you know, I'm a Deadpool fan. I was a fan before the movies. I was not a fan of Ryan Reynolds before the movies. I will say that. Anyway, but I do like them. I do like how Ryan Reynolds portrays Deadpool. I find it very relatable. And all that. It's a bit violent. If you're not a violent person, then it's probably not going to be your jam, or a comic book person, whatever. Anyway, in the second movie, there's this scene that makes me think of my own situation where I don't have enough, where I don't have the resources that I need, and you might ask for them and you don't get them.
Can I have one of those guns?
No.
That's fine.
This property, mutant scum!
I'm just gonna use this brick. Maximum effort.
And when he said that, it was so funny it was funny because a brick is not nearly the same level of, weaponry or combat effectiveness. That's not what you should be using in that scenario. That's what it feels like, when you're an adult with an invisible disability, when you're an adult with neurodiversion or mental health struggles. It can feel like you're just going by trial and error. And trial and error is not always the best tool in the bag, but it's the best one we have. And I actually have one for home too. So I made this one not long after seeing the second movie because it just inspired me. It inspired me because I've done some similar things in my own life where I didn't have the resources to tackle the things that I wanted to do. Sometimes I've been told point blank, you can't do that. You don't have the resources that you need. And I would go and do it anyway. So that's why I have it. That's why I got it. And I wanted one for my office at work as well. So on those days when I feel like I don't have what I need to accomplish my dreams or to get things done the way I want to get them done, that I am able to figure it out, that I am able to find an unconventional approach, not be afraid to take the unconventional approach. Just because no one else has done it that way doesn't mean that I can't do it that way and be successful. So how about you? Does that relate? Do you relate to that feeling of I don't have what I need to do this, but I'm going to try anyway, or I'm going to figure it out? Or have you done that already? Has it already happened in your life where you didn't have the resources or the support that you needed, and yet you went out and got it done anyway? Maybe people didn't believe in you. Anyway, let me know. I really appreciate it when you guys share your stories. It makes me feel less alone. It inspires me. I love everything that you guys share, and I appreciate it so much. All right, friends, I'm going to go read a book. But for now, it is time for your next adventure. I'll miss you. Cheers.